I am the proudest dad in the world to have accompanied Trace up the hall. Trace, you were elegant and serene and brimming with happiness. And I suppose, sure, haven't you all told me she's a chip off the old block? If you want to make time fly, you should have a daughter. Or worse still, have two daughters. It doesn't seem long since I was bringing Trace into the national school as a young girlie. She was my pride and joy, with a brown coatee, satchel and shiny morning face. But Trace was always as bright as a button and always one step ahead of me. I remember one evening up the town with one of the fellas from work, and when I turned round, here was Trace starting the car and are only 5 years of age. Trace was always the go-getter, determined and ambitious. A great drive to her. I remember her asking for a nurse's outfit from Santa Claus as a young baby. And I'm very proud that she wears that official uniform in her profession. And I hear she's doing a great job. She's a great woman to follow her dreams. Since she was a young age, she was always independent and always did her own thing. I remember, like it was only yesterday, herself and her friend Kira, as young teenagers, above at the over 18 discos in Kilchimon, without leave or licence. But they got the shock of their life when I appeared on the floor and caught them by the 2 ears and out the door. I'm not going to say everything about Trace. There's good points as well. All that being said, Trace has always brought lots of laughter and great fun to our home. She's dedicated to our family and always generous with her time and good advice. She is as solid as a rock at Cashel. I admire her strength of character and principles and the fine woman she has grown into. I'm really proud just that standing here today. I would like to welcome Brad to our family. Although the initiation began a number of years ago, this man stepped off the plane, and for an Aussie fella, you'd swear he was born and reared here. 2 Christmases ago, during that shocking bad weather, I'm sure you all remember, well, I never saw a man so fond of turf in all my life. He emptied the shed. On a serious note, Brad, I admire that you are a hard worker and the way you looked after Trace so well and your strong family values. We have enjoyed some great times together and your visit to Ireland. He had been telling me about all this fantastic carpentry work he'd been doing in Australia, building houses, constructing boats, developing stage sets and theatres. Well, I wanted to test this one out. I was doing some construction work in the attic at that time, and I wanted to see if he could operate a spirit level. Not only could he do that, but he always seemed to hit the nail on the head. And more importantly, I was delighted to discover he himself had a level head. That was 2 Christmases ago. Brad arrived home again the following March, and I could tell by the gait of him he had business to discuss with me. on the jet train and fussing about over Rosaline and doing this and doing that for another restaurant. And one Wednesday evening after having our dinner, and Brad said, "Come on in, we'll go for a drive." I thought the man wanted fresh air. Well, we weren't down a couple of miles of the road. He told me, "Pull over." He turned to me and told me he had something to ask me. I thought the man was getting sick. Very nervously, he asked me for Trey's hand in marriage, and after some tough negotiations, I consented. And sure, Brad, I hear you're a man like myself, a great fisherman, and I'm not so sure after the other day, but sure you landed yourself a good fish. And I know it. Brad, you are welcome to our family. You are a great addition to us. And you will always have a place at our fireside. Brad is a credit to his parents, Brenda and Paul. And I would like to pay a tribute to both of you for all the hard work and organisation you put into your wedding today. It has been a fantastic day so far. And it's also fitting to pay tribute to Rosalie for all her hard work and helping Teresa Brad organise the wedding. Like all things Rosalie does, she does them well. And to discredit you, how well Teresa has turned out and the great person she is.
Yeah.
There are two things which we as parents try to give our children. One is roots, family roots, and the other is wings. Trace, you have always been at the root of our family and connected to your homeland in a very special way. She knows more about what's going on in our house in Swinford than I know myself. And as for wings, I think we all know Trace has got a great pair of wings. She has flown a mighty long way. To all our guests, on behalf of Rosie and myself, thank 1,000 times for coming here to celebrate today, and I hope you have a most enjoyable time. Thank you, in particular to Father Meehan, who celebrated the marriage ceremony today. And he did a wonderful job and he made us all feel so much at ease. To the management and staff of the Radisson Hotel, thank you for a wonderful meal and a most welcoming reception. And for all the attention to detail. For that, a special thank you to Denise. Thank you to our bridesmaids. You look fantastic. As a matter of fact, both of you are blooming. You look great and you did a great job. Also, the grooms, they were so efficient, carried out their duties and did them very, very well. You did a great job, lads. Finally, to our bride and groom, Trace and Brad, may the road rise to meet you and may the sun be always at your backs. And may you always have health and happiness in your home, and may you always treasure each other and the good things in your life. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let us raise a glass to our bride and groom.
Yeah, good. No worries.
Thank you very much. Okay, now the next speech we have for you all tonight is, of course, the father of the groom, Paul Barnes over here.
Thanks, Matthew. Hi, everyone. I'm Brad's dad, Paul, commonly known as Barney, and I'm very happy to be here to celebrate today. This is my first time travelling so far from home, and Ireland has been very welcoming. Since we arrived, the hospitality has been fantastic. We've had wonderful homemade food, sampled fine Irish whiskey, tasted the best Guinness, and then more food. I'm so happy to meet all of Teresa's family and friends and celebrate with you all. Lots of people have travelled a long way to be here with us today, all the way from Australia. We have our great family friends, Gay and Tony, Judy and Rod, Brad's uncle Gary, Auntie Sandy, Brad's little sister Kim, his big brother Matt and partner Beth, and of course his mum Brenda. There's also a large bunch of Brad's mates who have come over for the celebration. I'm very proud of my son Brad. I can promise you all that he will look after Therese and always be there for her. Through thick and thin. He's always been a good friend to his mates and a support to his family. Brad decided when he was only 16 that he wanted to be a carpenter, like our pet dog named Carpenter. But they did a lot of jobs around the place.
Really?
He worked hard through his training and became a respected professional. Brad has now gone on to start his own very successful business and works very hard every day to support himself and set himself and Therese up for the future. I am very proud that Brad has found such a wonderful partner to share his life with. Therese is one in a million, and I am very proud to welcome her into our family. And pleased to gain another daughter. I will ask you all to raise your glass and join with me in toasting to a long, happy future to Brad and Therese.
To Brad and
That's me now, I suppose.
You skipped off about now, but
Yeah, we'll go. Kay Miller Fulcher, August, Garev Maragui, Galer Astakt. Welcome, 1,000 welcomes, and thank you all for coming. For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm Brad's older brother Matt. I'm sure you're probably aware of that now. Now it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all here to celebrate this wonderful occasion. As Paul mentioned earlier, there's many people who've come here and travelled a long way to be a part of this special day. There's obviously quite a few from Australia, both family and friends, and I think I can speak on behalf of everyone that's travelled here in saying we are all so glad to be able to share in Brad and Teresa's wedding. And as I encountered last time I was here, we are always made to feel so welcome and a part of the family. Now after today, we can officially say we are family. Now for those of you who don't know Brad that well, I've known him all my life and would like to help shine some light on some of the things that made Brad the man he is today. We all grew up in a small country town, not so different from Swinford. Most of the area around our house was made up of farming properties. Most of the area had dairy and beef cows, all kinds of different animals. And this meant there was plenty of space to explore and plenty of room for animals and pets of our own. Now we've owned a lot of pets growing up. There were dogs, cats, guinea pigs, rabbits, sheep, a turtle, fish, birds, and my favourite, the ferrets. But not all necessarily at the same time, and I'm sure I'm probably missing some. But I think this has really helped shape Brad into the caring and compassionate person we know today. Well, that is until he started to learn about economics in the country. As a young boy going to school, there were not a lot of opportunities to go and get a part-time job or a paper round, so Brad would use his animals to help him earn a little bit of extra pocket money. As I mentioned earlier, we were surrounded by lots of farmland, and of course, with farmland comes vermin like wild rabbits. So Brad would set out with a packed lunch, a mountain bike and trailer, and a box full of ferrets. He would visit different farms and chase the rabbits out of their holes with the ferrets, and later sell the rabbits to anyone who would buy them. The neighbours down the road, the local butcher, or even the greyhound owners. This would sustain Brad's childhood lolly and sweets addiction. But when it was time for buying serious items like cars, he needed to go and get himself a real job, and that's when he left and got himself an apprenticeship as a carpenter. Now, another thing that really defines Brad's childhood would have to be his ability to hurt himself. Now, it seemed like barely a fortnight would go by without rushing Brad to hospital. Usually it was for stitches after he had either cut himself, dropped something on himself, run into things, or one time he just didn't quite catch what was being thrown to him. You remember the flying fox? Yeah, sorry about that. Now, like lots of teenagers, Brad has also gone through a number of different hairstyles since becoming aware of the ability to change his own appearance. The first major style Brad had was the classic bowl cut. Now, we all remember that one. You basically put a bowl on your head and cut around it. Well, that was fantastic for a while, and he enjoyed that. But, you know, it needed to evolve. It was time for a change. So he decided he'd go for the undercut, which was basically the same thing, only you would clip underneath the hair that was cut around. It was very strange. Well, we decided one day that maybe we should just do it ourselves. So, with a pair of less than sharp scissors, and after careful work, it just really didn't look even. So, myself and my sister Kim decided that maybe it was an easier idea to just use a razor blade and, you know, shave it down a bit. Well, it left Brad with a bowl cut and a very bald head underneath. Needless to say, he never let me cut his hair again. Thanks, man. That's all right. Now, since Brad and Teresa have been together, they've both grown a lot in their personal and professional lives. Not only have they tried out living and working in all different parts of the country, but they've both been able to grow their careers, with Brad taking the step of starting his own business and successfully employing his own apprentices, and Teresa constantly expanding her nursing career and training in a new management role. They complement and support each other at all times. Therese, I am honoured to call you my sister. It is clear that you have brought a lot of joy to my brother, and the same can be said for the entire family. You always have such a positive energy and a wonderful sense of humour. You are an asset to all of us. I'm also... I'm also very proud of my little brother Brad. You've worked so hard to become the successful man you are today, and it brings me great joy to see that you two are so happy. You both make a wonderful couple, and I'm sure that you will have a long and loving future ahead. I'm also very proud and happy to have the opportunity to welcome Therese and all of the Hawkins into our new extended family. A new family that extends beyond the boundaries of any one country. Now, I would like to invite everyone to raise your glasses again. Sláinte Lee Therese, agus Afar Kayla Brad. A toast to the bride and groom, Brad and Therese. Now I'm going to just introduce the groomsman, Mr. Paul Bates.
Hello. My turn. So yes, as Matt said, I'm Paul, a good friend of Bradley's. So after all the speeches we've heard here tonight, and the 100 that we heard at pre-wedding dinner, I'm pretty sure that everything's pretty much covered. So, but I want to take the opportunity to tell you how I fit into Brad and Trace's life, and to share with you what I've witnessed of these two as a couple. So Brad and I first become friends as we were growing up through high school, and this friendship grew on as years went on. Spending most of our weekends and holidays together, as Brad come away with our family numerous amount of times during our Christmas holidays, which has created a lot of memories that will never be forgotten and build that strong friendship that we have today. So Brad and I have been through a lot together, and he's one guy that I know I can count on, a true friend of mine that I'll have for life. Now, then Trace comes into the picture. No, but this is a good thing. So I still remember then the first time that I heard of Trace, the first time that Brad brought her up, and it was during a phone call that we had as we lived about an hour or so away from each other. So he just starts telling me about this new girl that he's met, and I had to hold him up straight away and said, hang on, what's her name? She goes, Trace. And he told me, he said, repeated it, slowed down, and I still couldn't get it. And he goes, Trace, like the oven trays. Like, yeah, so this helped me a lot, and it seems to be a problem that all of us Aussies have with the Irish names.
Yes.
But after this phone call, I knew that Trace was someone that Brad had a lot of feelings for and really liked. So I witnessed these two as a couple from the very start. I also get the opportunity to see these guys on a day-to-day basis in their normal everyday lives when I work with them, when I work with Brad and stay at their place through the week. And I can tell you, after all these years, I don't believe much has changed, and they still act as though they have just met, giving each other the love and support that they both need. So the one thing that I love about these two is when I'm around them, I can always guarantee that there will be plenty of laughs, good times, and stories to tell from it. So when the opportunity comes to come up to go to Ireland, I jumped at the chance, and they've definitely come through with the goods once again. Now, so I know a lot of the things in my speech seem a little cliche, but Trace knows that I wasn't going to get up here and start talking shit. I told him many times that I'll be up here talking the truth, good or bad. So these words that I've written down these words weren't just written down easily and haven't been spoken very easily either. They're my honest thoughts and beliefs that I have gained on their journey, which I feel privileged to share with you here tonight. Bloody nervous. I know a lot of you heard me say this before the other night, but I can honestly say what Brad and Trace have is very special, and I am very proud to be a friend of theirs. Congratulations, guys, and thank you, Brad, for giving me the honour to stand by you on your special day. Thank you. Now they've given me the worst job of reading cards out. I'm not very good at the state I'm in at the moment. To Brad and Trace, wishing you both a wonderful journey together. Trace, I can only imagine how stunning you look today. I have no doubt that you two will be perfect for each other, and I'm very sorry that I'm unable to share the special day with you in Swinford and Sligo. I wish you all the love, luck and happiness for all the good times you both have ahead of you. Love, Shannon Cribben in South America. To Brad and Trace, we will be thinking of you both on August the 31st. It will be a wonderful day, lots of love, Nana and Papa. May all your troubles be little ones, Martin and Debbie, next door. Dear Brad and Trace, Mr. and Mr. Barnes, Mr. and Mrs. Barnes to be. This card is to wish you both a very heartfelt and wonderful day, long future as husband and wife. I am sorry I'm not there on the big day. Lots of love, Alan and Galogly. Dear Trace and Brad, wealth, health, success. Jackie and Connie, Matee, New Jersey, USA. Dear Brad and Trace, best wishes on this special occasion, Seamus and Pauline O'Grady. Congratulations and God bless from Seamus and Martina O'Hara. Sorry, Trace. Trace told me not to stuff the names up, but she really cut on me for that, so I'm in trouble later on, I think. To Trace and Brad, wishing you every happiness in your life together. Sorry we can't be with you on your special day. Best wishes from Stephanie and Nigel in Melbourne. Now this is a very special message from Trace's work, all the way from the Avenue Hospital in Melbourne. Here's what they have to say. Dear Trace and Brad, the Avenue is a very quiet place without our wild Irish lady. We are so excited for you both and wish you all the best on your big day. Lots of love, Linda and all the staff from the Patterson Ward. And that's it. And I believe it's Bradley's turn.
Who's winning? Who's winning?
Alright. First of all, you're probably sick of speeches now, I suppose. No? Okay. First of all, thanks for the awesome speeches, guys. Basically, it makes me feel like the happiest and luckiest man alive to stand here in front of all you family and friends. On behalf of my wife and I, it's so nice seeing our families come together. Everyone just mingles so well, and yeah, it's just great that everyone gets to meet each other finally and come and join the festival. Okay, the Mass now today was so amazing. I struggled to write this part of the speech because it hadn't happened before, so I didn't know what it was going to be like. But I really can't explain how I felt when Trace came down that aisle. I was pretty nervous. Seeing her stand beside me, looking so amazing, just made it all become reality very fast. Just the whole Mass was just amazing. The whole setup, the singing, Maddie, Fiona, Owen, banging out those tunes. You have to bear with me now. There's a lot of thank yous to be said. There's so many people that have been so generous and so amazing. First of all, Aiden and Rosaline, thanks so much for everything you've done. You've been so amazing from the start, from the first time I came here back in Christmas time, and so generous, just so generous and so welcoming. And thanks for being so welcoming to all the rest of the family as well. And yeah, thank you. Thank you. John and Ashley, thank you. Been so supportive and so helpful. The ribbons, great job. Driving us around. Big thanks to Mum for being so supportive also, just in life in general, and coming over here to see us get married. Same goes to you, Dad. It's awesome to see that you made it over here in one piece. We were a bit concerned how you get lost in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. But big trip for you now. We're all here together. This is awesome. Kimmy, little sis, thank you for all your help, all your support. Been very helpful. And coming over here for the big day. I'm really dragging this out, aren't I? I'm going to have a little sip between everything. Right, where are we up to? Oh, off to the bridesmaids. Legends. Nangi. Colette. Colette. What can I say? You've been there from the start, from the day I met Trace, and so many good times together. We've travelled around, camping, partying, festivals, so much fun. Actually shared a phone with Trace when I first met Trace, and so it was kind of a little bit awkward for a bit. Sent Trace's text messages. Mary. What can I say about Mary? What can I say? She just does everything for everyone, and she's been an international correspondent from the start. She's just missing the earpiece now tonight. Well, beforehand, and the clipboard. Yeah, thank you so much. You just don't stop. You need to kick the heels off now. All the hard work's done, and you've done a good part of it. And the two of you look amazing. Alan Globally, thank you so much for all your very artistic work with flowers. family now. Dylan is unfortunately couldn't make it. He couldn't be here. Massive thanks to him, all the work he's put into, all the design, the invites, just the awesome, amazing skills that he's got, and yeah, in all the designing and everything. Big thank you. Yeah. Now, next up is Kira. There she is, over here. Kira's been throughout this hustle. She's been in on the planning from the start, back in Oz, and on the video, just constant help all the time. And actually the playlist. Alright, I gotta stop. I'm rambling now. Groomsmen, Maddie, Batesy. You go. Maddie and Batesy, you've given me the most amazing stag do. But not only one, you gave me two. So the work has been cut out for you from the start. I mean, who gets two? And could never stop laughing from the shenanigans in Amsterdam. But I won't mention any more about that. Apart from taking it to the maximum level. And thanks to all the lads for a great time as well. The mass music, I've already done that, haven't I? Okay. Denise, thanks Denise, if she's even here. Thank you so much for awesome setup. Been so much good effort put into that. And the Radisson Hotel, this is amazing. The food's amazing. Okay. Now Trays. I met Trays down in Phillip Island. Back in November 2007. From the moment I met her, I just knew this would be so much fun. Not long after meeting Trays, I took her camping in the bush, just the two of us. We set up camp, we went for a little wander down the road. Some other campers had a dog. So their dog just started coming running at us. I've never seen anyone so scared in my life. She pretty much jumped up on my back and started crying. That's when I realised she had a really crazy fear of dogs. About 5 minutes later, Trace almost stood on a brown snake on the side of the road without even realising. Luckily I had a machete, so I chopped the snake's head off. I think she was pretty impressed at this point. I soon learned that Trace is not short of a few words when things don't go away. But the best thing about these times is we always have a good old laugh afterwards. I love the adventures we've had together. We always have so much fun. I look forward to having so many more good times and the new life journey that we will have together. And thank you, and you look so amazing today. Alright, I've been rambling on enough now. We're going to wrap it up. Basically, cheers everyone. Cheers, Sláinte. Raise your glasses to my new wife.
Teresa Barnes.
Cheers, and orange.